And I'm Jessica Larche. We know today marks exactly 1 year ago that a tornado with peak winds estimated at 145 miles an hour tore through a Great Neck neighborhood in Virginia Beach.
Now, thankfully, no one was hurt, but over 100 homes were damaged and the cost went into the millions.
This is a look at what the neighborhood looked like immediately after the storm went through. You can see the big mess this tornado made of the neighborhood. And a year later, there is still work being done to homes.
Chief Meteorologist Patrick Rockey joining us now live from that neighborhood. Now, Patrick was live on the air throughout the tornado and then went out into the neighborhood the days following afterwards. So, Patrick, what is it like being back out there again now?
Well, Kurt and Jessica, I have to say this neighborhood looks obviously remarkably better than it did a year ago. Homes are being rebuilt right now, but it's clear that scars remain, and not all of those scars are visible. We first met Al Chewning right after the tornado hit.
Working on trees on my house now.
A year later, he and his wife Carol are still waiting for their home to be finished. It's almost done. Al gave us a tour and walked us through their experience that night.
Carol and I were sitting on the floor right here at 6 o'clock, talking about dinner and playing with the dog. And then both our phone alerts went off. Went into the bathroom just like Patrick Rockey told us to. We both had our eyes closed because when the house started to shake, we held hands and we said, I love you to each other in case, something happened. It wasn't like a sound. It was almost like something you wore or felt. Yes, there was a noise coming, but it was just a indistinguishable roar. And then it's over. When I came out of the bathroom and looked around, I looked to my right into the kitchen and I said, well, that wasn't bad. And then I came around the corner here and I said, well, except for that tree, that wasn't there when we left.
A huge red oak tree from the front yard carved a hole right through the front of their home.
This entire ceiling was gone.
From the roof all the way to the living room.
This floor had collapsed.
The living room where they had just been sitting moments before.
People just think that things like this don't happen to you. It does. It does.
A couple of key takeaways from all of this. The first is that a powerful tornado like we had here can badly damage or even destroy substantial homes, but those still offer your best protection. The second is that safety information that we give you during tornado warnings, it works. We can't say it enough that no one was killed or even badly hurt during this tornado. That's why we repeat that safety information again and again during tornado warnings.
And take it seriously. The consequences are dire.
Right after the tornado hit, our team of reporters fanned out to cover this story, including News 3's Angela Bohan, who was here live in Great Neck the morning after the tornado. She has been checking with the homeowners here, following up and checking their progress. Here's her report.
Neighbors tell me it has been a busy year in their normally quiet neighborhood, and things are not back to where they were before the tornado. As you can see, take a look at this house. It is still vacant, and neighbors tell me they're hearing it should be torn down any day now. This was 1 year ago. A tree crashed onto this house with someone inside. No one was hurt, but the homeowner hasn't lived in it since.
There's been a number of instances in the neighborhood where insurance disagreed with the homeowners on what should be done. The recovery process is complicated. Maybe that's one way to put it.
Neighbor Larry Torrance lives next door to that house on Queens Elm Place, and I met him the morning after the tornado. This is what I saw when I walked up to his house that morning.
The biggest tree was a pine tree.
And this was his wife's car, crumbled underneath the weight of a massive tree. Again, nobody was hurt, and the Torrances were able to stay in their home, but the repairs seemed endless.
We've replaced the roof, the siding, the windows, the front door.
And still some are wondering what will happen to a couple more houses just down the street. Meanwhile, a short walk away on Haversham Close, a row of new construction. Homeowners there are rebuilding after the tornado completely destroyed their houses.
It has been a long wait, but finally things are moving along kind of quickly, and it's exciting, and I can't wait to be finished. I just want to come home.
Despite the hardships, they're all counting their blessings.
Compared to the people in Iowa and Nebraska, those places that got hit by tornadoes this weekend, this whole neighborhood is extremely fortunate that no one was injured.
Though 1 year ago, Mother Nature took down dozens of beautiful, mature trees, Torrance says the neighborhood relationships have matured and blossomed.
People got to know each other a little better. So the neighborhood is still good, it's still cohesive, and I think it'll be even stronger when all this is over.
In Virginia Beach, Angela Bohan, News 3.